Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, 4 o'clock live video. Try to keep it short. I know it's 7 o'clock in New York, and kind of some people with family, with the kids, dinner and stuff like that. You can watch it later. I just like to share, a few ideas for this month in New York. It's already the second degree of the Moon of Sagittarius, and I would like to share some stuff that I'm reading and make it, as people are asking me if you could make it a little bit more general idea, not to make it too much deep or too much soft. So everything that you write to me will adjust whatever that I'm teaching and whatever I share with you. So it's very important. Your information is super important, because based on that we're gonna be able to help more and more people. So first, I would like to bless everybody with Chodesh Tov. The word Chodesh means months, Tov means good, and the idea of blessing each other with those words is the idea that we're wishing each other for the next 30 days would be great. But of course, we know it's not enough to wish each other a great time. We've got to make sure that what do we need to do to make it a good time. So let's understand it. So we know that we are now have the new moon. Those of you look at the sky, there is the new moon, and of course, in exactly 14 days, will be a full moon, which is the cycle of the moon is about 30 days. And the idea is to give us a chance to understand how to connect to that energy, because that energy is quite available for each and every one of us. Now, in the month of Kislev, or in the month of Sagittarius, there is an opportunity to create miracle. The miracle are available. Now, what is a miracle? What exactly a miracle? So I had wonderful people who invite me and my wife to dinner last night, and we had a good discussion over the food. As you know, when you eat spiritual food, it's always good to have a discussion, spiritual discussion over the food. It makes the food elevated to a higher level. And they asked me a good question. Is that what is a miracle? and I love the idea. I love the question. And to my opinion, again, that's my opinion. It doesn't mean that's the truth. That's my opinion. The word miracle in Hebrew, it's nes. If you turn it around, you have samech and nun, which is somech noflim. The Hebrew letters is going nun and samech, which means the order is first is nun, then samech, which is nes. But if you turn it the other way around, if you read it the backward, is somech noflim. Somech means holding the one who's about to fall. Holding the one who's about to fall. So miracle, in a simple level, how do we create miracle? We have to look at all the things in our life that seem falling, that seem not going well, and we have to turn those things into standing or making it. For example, every area of my life, or everything's about myself that I don't like, fear, for example. I have different type of fear. Being a Scorpio, those of you who are Scorpio know what fear is. So the fear itself is not a good thing, but it's a good thing, because if I would be in the jungle and I see a lion and I can run away from the lion and survive, that fear saved me. But some fear are ridiculous, are stupid. There is no reason. Our fear can look stupid to others, and their fear can look stupid to us. Like the other day, I see a person who gets scared from spider. Well, that's a little creature, The fear itself, without going into reincarnation, this I will do maybe later when I start giving more lectures. The idea of looking at the thing we want to remove from our life as a blessing, that gives it a chance to turn into miracle. So every area in my life that seemed not working, instead of just make it work because we like self-help. We like things to move right away, quicker. And we would like to right away say, okay, how can I make it work? How can I make it go away? I'm jealous. I want to get rid of it. I'm fear. I want to get rid of it. I don't know how to say I want. I don't know how to make more money. Those things are necessary for my growth and to create miracle. Now, we know that we relate this month to the month of Hanukkah. If you're Christian, Christmas, 24, and all other religion, whatever you follow, I don't familiar with everything that's happening in December or in the month of Kislev. But what I'm familiar with, that to understand the essence of what can we do. And it's I'm reading from a book called Bnei Yisachar, and it's written that those days of the month of Sagittarius, or those days of the holiday called Chanukah, with Ch, yeah, Chanukah, come from the word chinuch, meaning chinuch means education. Now, what does that mean? And the idea is, in this month, starting today, we are educating ourselves how we're going to look like when everything's going to be perfect. Think about it. Now you look at yourself right now and you say, how is me will react to me as a perfect person? So let's take a minute and maybe close your eyes if you want and just see yourself for a second as a perfect human being. Whatever weight you want to have, the look you want to have, the people you want to be surrounded with, the people you want to be with, your goal becoming real and manifest. Look at your life right now, as perfect as you can look. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Now, go back there to that picture for the rest of the 30 days and think about it, that perfect self that you are can be designed in these 30 days. So if you feel guilty this month, it's very difficult to make it. But even feeling guilty is a blessing, as I say in the beginning, because every negative thing that I'm looking at has a blessing within it. So there is no fear of feeling what I feel, because that thing has been designed to create miracle. How? How do we do it? First, we start with the mind. So the mind need to be educated. Chinuch, Chanukah, education, that's the word for education. We're educating our mind that I would like to connect to my perfect human being in me, my leader within me. Once I'm slowly developing it, and I'm capable of getting there with the thought, first the thought, every day. Meditate 5 minutes, not a lot, 5 minutes. And see yourself as perfect self. Then, in the talk. Now, for some of you, in the talk will be a little bit difficult. It's not easy. What we're going to do with the talk is we're going to say, and you can say it now while you're watching it, I am as perfect as I can be. I am as perfect as I can be. Can you say it to yourself? Can you say it loud to yourself? I'm as perfect as I can be. And then you repeat it to yourself, because the words have power. The words have frequency. And the words have activation of positive energy. There is a book that I recommend that you should read. It's called, I think it's called, You cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. Forgive me that I don't remember the writer, but I read it 20 years ago, a little bit more, a little younger. It's a great book. Not everybody like it, but I think it's a great book. So the words has power. I think also Louise Hay talk about it. Many people talk about it. I think in the book The Secret, that they talk about, the idea of, you attract exactly where you are. So the words, remember, it's very important. And those of us who don't feel great about ourselves, the words will be very important this month. To say, I'm perfect, or I'm perfect as I can be. Now, those of us who don't like the way we look, we have even to the look to say, I look as perfect as I can look. I know it's hard, but it's possible. It's possible. I like myself to lose some 10 pounds, but even more. But within that 10 pounds, there is a miracle. This month specifically. We can lose it next month, but you can lose it this month as well. But you don't want to fight the negativity within you. So the words come after the thought, okay? Now, how long you take for the words? You take 1 minute, intense 1 minute with words that you say, I'm perfect, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm unbelievable, I can do it. 1 minute. 5 minute thought, 1 minute talk. Now we come to the tough part. It's called the action. And within the action, has to be action that the way I move my body is I move my body like I'm already there. Now you know how the body moves when you're not there, and you know how the body moves when you're there. There is a certain movement that you go there. I didn't grow up secure. I grew up very much insecure. So I remember about 25 years ago, or even more, I met a person who's full of chutzpah. I don't know if you know chutzpah, full of audacity, full of, I don't know, he didn't care about nothing. He didn't care about people think to the level that he will go in a fancy restaurant and he will go in the back to the kitchen to check what's for dinner. And I was always impressed. How can he do that? I was so insecure, I couldn't do that. And all my life I'm thinking like, if one day I could do it. I mean, for him, it's not a nice thing because he can do it. So it's not considered like he revealed any good behavior. But for most of us, it would be a difficult thing to do. So what will be an act that will be positive? The outcome has to be positive, but the act has to be brave act. So you can say, I can do it, and do it. Somebody from Florida once shared with me a story that he took all the people who work for him, salespeople, and he took them to NASCAR, to drive like a fast car. This is like, wow. He did it, they did it, and after they came out from there, they felt really great about themselves. So every person has to have some action. Don't push it too much. I don't know, make an omelet if you never make an omelet. Help a person. Go volunteer somewhere and do something you don't like to do. For me, maybe it's washing dishes or iron clothes, which is two things I don't like to do. Things that go out of your way to do it and say, I can do it. I can absolutely do it. Somebody want to talk to me about a certain subject and you think you cannot do it. Do it. Don't worry about the mistake. Do it. To that, miracle will happen. Thought, talk, action. Now, moving to the next book. The next book is called Likutei Amarim. Is coming from the Megid B'Mezrich. Megid B'Mezrich was a student of the Baal Shem Tov. Baal Shem Tov is a great Kabbalist from Ukraine. I don't know if you ever have been there. I had the privilege to visit the room where the Megid was lying there because he was very sick. By the way, I see people texting me, what is that thing I'm wearing? Okay? I just had a meeting with a wonderful, wonderful lady who educated me about mental health. It's something that I'm going to work on building a whole lecture on that, of mental health, before people, God forbid, go into some mental things. And then I really happy she gave it to me, that as many people as we can help with their mental health. So I'm looking for Likutei Amarim from the Megid B'Mezrich. By the way, somebody wrote Lubavitch. No, Megid B'Mezrich is not Lubavitch. Megid B'Mezrich was a student of the Baal Shem Tov. And he was very sick. He had a room in the synagogue and the place where the Baal Shem Tov was study and pray. So he take a verse that's called Samuchuni ba'ashishot, Rapeduni batapuchim. Samechuni, the word Samechuni, and for some reason I love to read from this book during this month, for some reason. Samechuni mean hold me or lean on me, ba'ashishot. Ashishot comes the word esh, fire. So the Zohar, the book of the Zohar, Tikkunei Zohar, specifically Tikkunei Zohar is a section in the Zohar that the Kabbalist by the name of Rabbi Shimon and his son Rabbi Lazar went to the cave for 13 years to reveal a section called Tikkunei Zohar. Ita b'Zohar betri ishut, pirush ne itlavut. There is two types of excitement that we need to do this month. למשל, for example, אהבת עשיר, שאוהב לעני בלי שום טובה שקדם לו. Why is a rich person love a poor person? If you have a lot of food, a lot of money, a lot of education, a lot of whatever God give you as a gift, right away you develop some love toward the person that don't have. והעני שמבין את זה מתקרב אליו. Why is the poor person get closer to the rich? Because he feels that love that the rich person has for him. Money, education, hugging, I don't know, whatever you want to give. When you want to give something, first the giving is happening, and then the receiving is being awakening. Not the other way around. מתקרב אליו. וכשרואה העשיר שאני מקרב עצמו, when the rich person sees that the poor person come to him, אז אוהב אותו יותר. Then he even love him greater. והאהבה ראשונה נקרא אהבה רבה. The first love is called אהבה רבה. It's called great love, which is love with no condition or limitation. The word is limitation actually, גבול. והאהבה שנייה, in the second type of love here, as the Megid explained, נקראת אהבת עולם, world love, or universe love, שאמר לעולם די שזה אהבה שיש לה גבול. Second love is love with limitation, ומקודם שהקריב עצמו לעשיר היה נקרא חולת אהבה, כי היה לו בושה לפניו וחמת הרחמנות העשיר עליו נעשתה אהבה בהתקרבותו אליו. So what happened? When a poor man come to ask you for advice, for money, for whatever, there is busha, there is shame, there is embarrassment. Nobody likes to receive. In our nature, we don't want to receive a thing, by the way. Whoever tell you that I met a selfish person or something like this, there's no such a thing, selfish person. There's no, I know you're thinking, oh, there's many selfish people out there. No. If person already asked you to help them, he went through a lot of breakthrough and shame and everything, and then he asked you to help them because he felt that you have rachmunis, you have some mercy, and you can really do that. We got to think it. I cannot convince you it's true right now. Because some of you carry some maybe anger issue from before, somebody took advantage of you. I understand that. I'm not here to convince you you're wrong. I'm not here to convince you you're right. That's not my job here. My job is to offer information that has been written and hopefully can help all of us, include myself. The two love. One love, the rich person want to give, and the poor person get closer. That's one type of love, אהבה רבה. Second love is a love with limitation. The poor want to get closer, but he was afraid. What is that has to do with the next 30 days? There is a divine energy about these months. Divine. Unbelievable energy. Available to all of us. Miracle everywhere. Think about it that you're going to the bank. Are you going to the bank because you feel the bank love you? Of course you're going to say no. Or are you going to the bank because you need help? Now let's say the bank is your father, your mother, somebody you love, or somebody you feel love you, friend, God, you praying to God. Two types of love. One type is getting there to connect to the Creator, because first the Creator want to love you, and that's why you're going to ask for love. Or you get the second type of love. You really want the Creator love, the Creator help, the money, or whatever it is, but you are ashamed. And because you're ashamed to get closer, then the Creator come and have mercy on you. How can we define in our life those two things, specifically in this month? Because this month is capable to get us to such a high level of miracle, which is very important to get there. Very important. How can we get there? I mean, the first thing come to my mind is, I don't know. The second thing come to my mind, I'm looking at the book of the Megid. And what he writes, that whatever we do, we say, we act, we need to feel and know that it's actually the Creator, the Divine, want to give us all the things before even we thought about it, or we think about it, or we talk, say, do. Nothing exists before it was exist within the Divine. So if you have a desire for some good things to happen in your life, love life, health, sustenance, that means that the Divine, that month, that morning, that afternoon, want to give you. Now, you can come from a place of shame and say, I'm so embarrassed to ask the Creator to do this for me. That means you're not connecting to the desire of God, to the desire of the Divine. You are connecting actually more to your own desire. And of course, you're going to be ashamed. Because if you connect to what you want, you should be ashamed. It's like, I want to know the Divine, I want to know the banker because I know he can give me money. But if you want to know the banker because you heard he want to give you money, different type of thing. I hope it's clear. It's not complicated. If you hear it a few times, I promise you it's not complicated. But if you have questions, please ask me. Because in this month, we can get to this level easily. But to get to this level, we must every day to do what I said to do before. But more than that, is to start thinking about the Divine every day. You wake up in the morning, you have to imagine in your mind that all the dream that you hope for yourself to happen is only there in your mind, the greatest thing you wish, because the Divine want to give it to you. Can you do it? Second question, will you do it? Third question, how does it feel now? So I would like to ask everybody, this month, starting this week, starting tomorrow, at 11:54, wherever you are, you will tell yourself, Divine, God, light, whatever you want to name it. It doesn't really matter what you're naming it. I wish for myself this month to be healthy, to be spiritual, to be rich, if that's what you wish, to be wonderful, to have more friends, whatever you wish for yourself, say it, Divine. This is what I want. This is the greatest dream I want. And I'm connecting to that miracle of having it because I know how much you want to give it to me. Please, 11:54, If you can say they take 1 minute or 3 minutes, please do it. Please. The entire month. And help each other. You can go on my Facebook and say, I did it. Or you can say something, I don't know, connect to each other together so it will motivate us. Motivate myself, by the way. I'm not doing it just for you, I'm doing it for me. I want to do it together with you. Together as a group with you to make a difference in the world. And I'm just wish and open desire that we can share that to millions of people. This month specifically, if we can share this lecture to reach 1 million people, it will make such a difference in people's mind. Such a difference. They can wish for that. So, last thing but not last, all right? If anybody has a question, don't be shy to ask. One of the things that's important, again, to educating ourselves. Again, this month is all about educating our consciousness, our awareness. So important. Is to find a partner, either online or either a friend, that you can study with. Spirituality. Whatever spirituality you want to do, just find the person. When you find the person, you want to study it loud. You both holding same book or same study, or you have one book if you cannot afford it, or you can read it online, and you study together. Try to do it once a week if you can, more than once a week if you can, whatever you can do. And then at that time, you have to interact with each other, but whoever partner you choose, it's got to be for that 30 days. That's your partner to study with. And you find time to do it. Find time. If you cannot do 20 minutes, do 10 minutes. When you interact with them, you have to meditate that you and them, that one person, or if you have more than one, better to do 2, maximum 5. Because more than 5 become big group, become a balagan, a mess. But 2 people will be perfect. 2 people, quiet, no phone, no nothing, and you sitting across from each other if there is room, and you study spirituality. Take it seriously, 10 minutes. And when you study spirituality, any type of thing, you want to read the Bible, sit and read the Bible. You want to meditate that you become one soul. And the third partner become the divine itself. Whatever you want to call it, the angels, God, whatever you want to call it. That become the unity of the 3. If you are 4 or 5 and you have that, then the divine is unified, all of you into one soul, together with the divine. So, when you do that, that's one of the way. I'm reading now, I'm sorry I didn't say where I'm reading from Likutei Moharan, it's from Rabbi Nachman Breslev. And it say, אינו טוב ואי אפשר לקרר ולצמצם התלהבות הזאת שיהיה במידה כי אם לידי התורה כשיעסוק בתורה. When a person study spirituality, or Torah, as it's written here, spirituality making sure you don't get cold. Cold not physically, of course if you are in New York you have to wear a coat, but to make your spirit warm enough. So 2 of you, together with the divine, any partner you choose, doesn't matter who you study with. It makes 2 of you bringing the light, and then the light stay with you, and you stay warm toward the Creator. ותציל אותו. That study will save him. שיזכה לצמצם ההתלהבות כשיהיה ראוי. And then the gift he will get, that he will be able to control his excitement in such a way that it will not be explosive excitement and then depression. I don't know if you ever went through that. You know? You know what I'm talking about? Roller coaster. You wake up 7 a.m., you're super excited or super depressed, and then 7 p.m., you're super excited. So it's a problem because that up and down doesn't create a lot. We stay on the zero, but we think we're going above the zero, but it's always in the zero. What can we do about it? And specifically this month, to educate it for the whole year, study together. Study every day together with the person. Make a partner, bring the divine in, and study. Whatever you want to study. Anything you want to study, it's got to be spiritual. Because the person has fire within him, that fire can turn into lust toward something which will destroy him or her. So how do we turn the lust from negative to positive? As I say in the beginning of the lecture today, the idea of this month is to take every negative thing and turn it into miracle. What do? Simply, when we study together, we're thinking about every negative thing I think I have. That's the greatest thing ever happened to me, because that will turn into a miracle by doing the study together, by having spiritual time together. So instead of removing the lust and the burning desire to do negative thing, that burning desire turning into doing something positive. What's the ingredient? What's the spice for that? Study. Study with another human being and asking the divine to join. והבן הדברים למעשה. And he asked, please understand what I say the Maharan, the Likutei Maharan. Please understand what I say and do them. Lema'aseh mean to do it. It's not enough to understand. I think that's it for today. I want to wish everybody a great month, amazing 30 days. I hope those instructions will help. And I hope, some of you saw the website. It's a beginning and it's coming soon. And I wish all of you an amazing month and many, many miracles, many wonderful things. And may all the pain of every human being will be removed in this month. And may the enemy that bother you, pain will be removed as well. And that means they will never bother you again. Think about it. No pain to anybody. And if there is one message that we would like to give to the world, is you deserve a good life. The Creator wants to give you everything. We just have to reach out to as many people as possible to help. So there is, unfortunately, in our generation, more problem than people who can solve the problem. And my purpose here is not just to teach. My purpose here in this speech is to build people who eventually will teach others to make the universe a better place to be. Thank you, and please write to me. I read every emails and every text and everything. Sometimes I don't react right away. And if you think I don't react right away, write it again. It's not personal. And it's not that I'm super busy. It's just sometimes I miss things, okay? And sometimes it takes me some time to write back in the correct way. But I really enjoy working together with everybody and making a difference. Thank you. Love you.